can I ask you some questions?
Absolutely. Come on in.
What's your name?
Ren.
And what is your major?
Culture, anthropology, and theater with a minor in women, gender, and sexuality studies.
What are your pronouns?
They, them, theirs.
And what year are you?
Fourth.
What is NU Share like?
NU Share is a community of students dedicated to sexual health and reproductive justice. We have a saying, what's said in share stays in share, but what's learned in share, you go share. So this idea that it's a space for you to figure out what you're interested in and learn more about bodies and bodily autonomy, and then take that into the wider community.
And what is your role?
I'm the president.
What is your worst haircut ever?
I don't know about worst, but most iconic. I shaved my head during peak pandemic on Krensman Quad with all of my friends.
What is your favorite movie genre?
Probably fantasy.
What's your favorite season?
I'm from Florida, so I really enjoy the fall.
And your favorite seasoning?
Ooh, turmeric, although it does everything. I have yellow.
What is the best ice cream topping?
Chocolate chip cookie dough, chocolate chip with cookie, yeah.
What was your favorite book you had to read in high school?
Probably The Stranger. I wouldn't say it was a good book, but it did quite give me some positive nihilism to believe that nothing is real and we still should do stuff that matters anyway.
What's the Affirmative Access Project?
So I actually got a chance to help launch the Affirmative Access Project. AAP is a program started by the LGBTQA Resource Center just across the way from the CIE, where we are right now. And it has all sorts of gender-affirming care for anyone in the community, trans, non-binary, gender-expansive, or anyone else who just wants to try it out. I actually am currently wearing trans tape from that project. They have binders, tucking underwear, tucking tape, and we're looking to expand. So for anyone who just needs free access to those products.
That's awesome. How did you get involved in NU Share?
My freshman year, Fall Fest, walked up to the president before me, Al Lowitz, and I was like, condoms, this is exciting, and kind of been hooked ever since. How do
students join?
We're very much come when you want, come when you can, come when it's interesting to you. We meet every Monday right here in the CIE from 7 to 8 p.m. We have planning meetings after that, and then we do sexual health pop-ups, we do pleasure parties, we do all sorts of stuff on campus. So if you join our mailing list or follow us at Northeastern Share, just come to anything, you automatically are part of the group.
Awesome. What's it like being the head of a club that deals with such politicized and sometimes controversial issues?
There's always a lot of eyes on you, and especially, in a school that has such an activist culture, there's this need to be on top of things and kind of an expectation that you're going to know what's going on and have answers. I have people DM me on Instagram all the time asking me sexual health questions, but I feel really privileged that I have a team that's always supporting me, and a wealth of knowledge and other resources on campus that I can point people to. So I feel like we are able to give that support, and I really enjoy creating community. So.
What's been the most rewarding moment of being in the club?
I feel like there's a couple, but probably one of them is when we got the email confirming that the vending machine is going to be launching at some point this fall. And then another one is just when someone came up to me and basically told me how this was a space, one of the first safe spaces they felt like they found in college, to be out as trans and queer and talk about sex and to talk about bodies.
So tell me a little bit more about the Plan B vending machine.
So fingers crossed it's coming soon. It's because of the pandemic, the machine itself is on back order, as well as a lot of the generic Plan B pills that would be going into the machine. But essentially in Marino Atrium, starting hopefully in the next couple of months, you'll be able to go up and for a subsidized price get Plan B as well as free safer sex supplies. So condoms, internal condoms, dental dams. I'm pushing for finger condoms, lube, the whole 9 yards.
Do students have access to the Plan B pill at UHCS right now?
They do not, unless they are coming in for an emergency appointment after experiencing sexual assault.
What organizations on campus does NU Share work with primarily?
We collaborate with pretty much everyone, and we're really proud of that fact. This is not a Northeastern Share, but this is from WISP, which is a Plan B and birth control pill group. We collaborate with Open, Frisky Husky right here, a little plug. We're also a Planned Parenthood Generation Action Group. And then the disability group, A Space, the LGBTQA Resource Center. We're collabing with the Black Student Association next semester. So a real range.
What is the Roe Act and why is it important?
The Roe Act was passed last year by Massachusetts, and it basically codifies what Roe v. Wade was trying to do, as well as more legislation that really helps, especially younger people, get access to abortions. So making Massachusetts one of the peak states, and some would say a sanctuary state for abortion care in the country right now.
Why should students care about Roe being overturned if it does not directly impact Massachusetts residents?
Because unfortunately, it will impact almost everyone who goes to Northeastern at some point in their life. And I shouldn't say unfortunately, I mean the overturning of Roe v. Wade unfortunately will impact them not having to have an abortion. A lot of students come from out of state. A lot of students come from out of the country even. And also just because you can get access to abortion doesn't mean you have access to all the things. It doesn't mean you can get to the abortion. It doesn't mean there's enough people working in the clinic to actually get an appointment. It doesn't mean you feel like you're supported by the people in your life to get that abortion or that you can afford it, because cost still acts as a barrier.
What's the most pertinent issue regarding accessibility to abortion in Massachusetts?
I would say specifically cost, and then also late-term abortions. Most hospitals do not provide late-term abortions, which basically means you're in a situation where the baby is not viable or the mother is not physically able to, or parent, whoever's, pregnant, is not able to have the abortion, but they still won't give them, or is not able to have the baby, but they still will not give them an abortion.
Why is intersectionality important when talking about issues like abortion?
Because they impact our Indigenous communities, our Black communities, specifically Black women and Indigenous women, and our poorer populations so much greater and at such higher rates than any other population. And so if we're not looking at who the most marginalized communities are, trans voices, are Black voices, then we're not actually getting liberation for anyone.
What's a typical meeting with NU Share like?
It's a good time. You should come by. We have games. We do introductions at the beginning. We have really intense but very friendly conversations around everything, as you'll see in a moment, from polyamory to kinks to IVF and what does it mean to have a child.
Are you ready for some more fun questions?
Absolutely.
What is
Pandora's stickers.
What is one thing on your bucket list?
Oh, definitely to go skydiving.
Does your car have a name?
Yes, Ned. Not like the Try Guide, to be very clear.
What is your favorite instrument?
Ooh, I'm a guitarist, so definitely guitar acoustic.
Do you ever want to go to Mars?
I think I'm okay, honestly. I kind of want to make Earth a better place first.
What is the worst movie you've ever seen?
Oh, gosh. That's a hard one. Probably Velociraptor. I did sleep through most of it.
What's the most recent movie you've seen in theaters?
Nope. A very good one.
What was your 2022 New Year's resolution?
To be curious instead of judgmental.
If you had to go back in time, what year would you choose to visit?
2021, just because I feel like we just need to keep going forward. So I really wouldn't want to visit anywhere else, but maybe get some more perspective on what happened in the last year.
What's your least favorite emoji?
Anything with a tongue.
So you're a theater major.
Yes.
What's your favorite show?
Oh, falsettos. It's Jewish and queer representation at its core.
What's your dream role?
Director.
What other organizations are you involved with on campus?
The Student Anthropology and Student Sociology Student Association, associated with Queer Assembly at the LGBTQA Resource Center, and then I'm also an RA.
What was it like doing trivia in high school?
Oh my gosh, you went back. It was a good time. I was actually a math nerd then, which is like a vast departure from my current studies, but good community.
What was it like working with Boston Public Schools?
I worked at the Office of Equity, so I would do response calls for people experiencing, actually principals and social workers who had students experiencing sexual misconduct, sexual assault, and racial bias. It was intense to say the least, but it really gave me a perspective on what Boston is as a city and all of its diversity.
Who's your favorite SNL cast member, past or present?
Gosh, what is his name? He goes like this.
Bill Hader?
Thank you. Bill Hader.
iCarly or Sam and Cat?
iCarly.
Heather's the movie or Heather's the musical?
The musical.
Evan Hansen the movie or Evan Hansen the musical?
Come on, the musical.
What is the best live action Disney remake?
Ooh, I feel like they're all offensive to some extent. That's my answer.
Would you rather live in a houseboat or an RV?
RV.
Salt or pepper?
Salt.
Scrambled or fried eggs?
I'm vegan.
Penne or spaghetti?
Spaghetti.
What's your favorite neighborhood in Boston?
I think Roxbury, because it's the one that we live in, the one we have to, acknowledge our presence in.
What's your favorite sitcom trope?
Ooh, I feel like this is more of a book trope, but enemies to lovers.
A classic. Comic Sans or Times New Roman?
Times New Roman all the way.
Popsicle or fudgicle?
Ooh, fudgesicle.
What's the best floor of snow?
Fourth,
Tate or Churchill's?
Tate.
Who's your favorite author?
Good question, because I cannot say J.K. Rowling.
Tell me a little bit what you have going on right there.
Absolutely. So we have all sorts of different condoms and lube. This is kind of like our general setup when we do sexual health tabling. Catch us in the Curry Student Center Crossroads once a month. We have some consent signs, our email sign up. These are external condoms, some finger condoms, which are my personal favorite. And then I was playing with the lube packet earlier.
And lastly, have you enjoyed this interview?
I absolutely have. Please come visit us and share anytime. Thank you, Hot News.
Yay! Thank you so much.